Reef fishing charters and inshore sports fishing, sailfish, marlin, mackerel, greenies and stuff like that. It's been a interesting journey, I suppose. Just spun its head, it was swimming away, now it's swimming straight in towards the bank here. This rod's definitely handling it. Hey, he's a bit bigger. Day 2, I'm back up the same area where I towed those boys yesterday and the helicopter come in. I've come back to spend the morning again up here. There's some big fish. I wasn't lucky enough to get them yesterday, but hopefully today we can. For those who don't know me, my name's Dave. Everyone calls me Snagger. I've been fishing all my life, chasing barra, from sailfish, marlin, all the way through like the Kimberleys. Basically, I did a lot of fishing out of Broome and Derby, but I've always fished all my life. Today, I'm just going to explain a bit like who I am, what I do, I suppose, because a lot of people don't know who I am. And I thought today, well, I've been kind of avoiding it actually. I didn't really want to speak about myself because it's always hard. So years ago, I used to run fishing charters. Basically, I've chased barra all my life, and that's how I actually got the name Snagger Barra. And then I kind of grew out of it and went a different direction, and just kind of keeping all the fishing now as a personal thing. And I started up this YouTube just because the town where I live in Wyndham, WA, in the East Kimberleys, is actually like it's a dying town basically. It's getting smaller and smaller. Population, I think, is around about 800 people at the moment. So I'm just trying to promote the fishing. Like, I've fished around Australia, and it's, everywhere has been pretty amazing, but the East Kimberleys and Wyndham here is probably the last frontier of like anywhere in Australia of how remote it is. It is absolutely crazy. No one really knows about where Wyndham is. So, I mean, if you look it up, now there is a couple of Wyndhams. I think there's one over in New South Wales, but WA, East Kimberleys, the fishing is amazing. You got the Cambridge Gulf, it's a huge area. So the people who've been watching me know that I very rarely run into other people, fishing in areas. And it's such a big place, it wouldn't matter if you had, 50, 100 boats in here. You could still go up a creek system and not have no one there. So yeah, come along with us today. I'll keep adding bits and pieces about myself. And I suppose for you guys are new, is watching the channel, get to know me a little bit better. So I've got the 2 rods out, we're trialling, we're just working our way up. The wind's actually kicked up a little bit more today, so it's going to be a bit of a bugger, but we'll see how we go. We'll just de-hook this one straight away. It's only probably about a 50 centimetre barra, so we won't play with him. Off he goes. So I've pushed right up at the back at the moment. I've got the cast net here. We're going to get some live bait. I'm actually going to kick back, chuck a live bait out today, and then I'll tell you a few more stories about myself. I suppose it's never easy talking about yourself, and that's why I've probably actually just gone through and delayed it. I just didn't want to talk about myself. So it's one of those subjects where I suppose everyone feels a little bit uncomfortable. You want to try and keep things private and everything as well. So it is a weird one. Let's get some liveys. Hopefully we'll get some potty mullet and Popeyes or something like that. You can see the rod behind me here. Just trying a live bait out. So as you see, we just got a few in the live bait tank. I'll sit back. I'll give you some stories on what I've done over my lifetime. Getting a run here, he's coming straight up towards the bank. I can't strike it yet until he turns away from me. So he's swimming straight up on the side of the bank here. I'll wait for him to turn, so I just don't pull the hook straight out of its mouth. Here we go. He's just turned and he just swallowed. I reckon I'll be able to hit it. And we've got it straight in. Oh, buddy. There we go. Another nice little bazzo. He'd be size. It's probably around about 60 centimetres, maybe 57 centimetres, 59 centimetres. It's running. Okay, let's lock it. There we are. It feels like it's got a bit of weight to this one. I'm not sure what's going on here. No, I was just hooked around a bit of a snag. A bit of a branch just come off that then. Dragging something else up with it. That's all right. These little buggers are taking big baits. There we are. Here we go. He's a little bit better. Definitely a keeper. Yes, this is the one we want. Beautiful fish for the daughter. Yes, that is a lot better. This one we're going to keep, guys. Beautiful. It's around about a 72, 75 centimetre barra. Look at the colours on that. A nice saltwater golden barramundi. I've actually been busy and I keep forgetting of, explaining, I suppose, who I am. As I said, I used to run charters for many years. Ran 3 boats from whale watching to reef fishing charters and inshore sports fishing, sailfish, marlin, mackerel, queenies and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's been a interesting journey, I suppose, for what I've done. But I was also in the building industry as well. Always kind of done, bits and pieces, and it's been all right. So I am married to a beautiful wife, Sonia, which you've seen her on the channel as well, catching some good fish. She loves the live baiting, so here I am today live baiting. She'll be growling at me going, "You never take me live baiting anymore. We all use lures." So she's just about to come on the next trip and fly in from work. So she works away. Yeah, we've got kids as well, grandkids, which we adore, we love. They run amok on us. One's over in, WA, over in Queensland. Here we go, another run. They're liking the live bait at the moment. Oh, get off that snag. Get off that snag. He's not a bad one either. It feels like I've got something on the line. A part of a branch or something like that. I know, it's just come off, I think. He's nearly about the same size. Here we are. Come on. You feisty little bugger. Oh, this is a risk doing it this way. We got it. It's about the same size as the other one, about a 71, 73 centimetre barra. So that's exactly what we're chasing. And that's our legal limit today is 2. I'm not sure how long we've been in Wyndham now. I think it's 14 years maybe. We have been coming to Wyndham since 1999 was our first trip to Wyndham. And I used to actually do like charters out of Broome, and then I started doing a runoff up here in Wyndham as well. And then had the charters organised from Broome, so people fly around from Australia, and then actually, I'll pick them up from Kununurra, There used to be one pub in town, so our accommodation was there. They'd look after, you know, lunches, dinners and stuff like that. And we just fished, you know, so we just done the runoff. So it was like March, April, May, had them pre-organised. So one crew would come in, you do your, you know, 6-7 days, and then the next crew would come in as well. So it was a good time. So we had plenty of fish up here, had some great times, but I had to work it all out then as well. So it's been lucky enough to be able to work all this out and spend time in the water. And I still haven't worked out everywhere in here. They're actually playing quite feisty. This rod's definitely handling it. It's awesome. This is the Diverless Joba's rod, Australia. 6 foot. It's got some go to it. Well, they're slowly getting bigger. Cheeky little shit. Come on. Hey, he's a bit bigger. Definitely pushing close to 80 centimetres there. See you later, mate. Thank you very much. But it's a great town. It's very remote. It's hard living. And to be honest, I don't think I'll be, you know, living here for the rest of my life as well, because there's not much else to do. Then with my wife, you know, she's always like, what are we going to do today? We're just going to go fishing again. For a bloke, that's okay, but I can understand from a woman's point of view, where, you know, we can't even go out for dinner or anything like that, or go to a pub and, yeah, have a beer. It's one of those things where we've just got the one bottle shop, you can get one carton a day. So that's remote living, and that's where it gets pretty hard sometimes. But if you love your outdoors, it's a beautiful spot. Bit of a whack here, come on. Take it, you big girl. One a big barrow would be nice. And we're off now. Just spun its head, it was swimming away, now it's swimming straight in towards the bank here. I'll wait till he turns around again before I strike into him. Oh, he's coming straight out to the boat. There we are. Okay. There you go. Jesus, moving fast. And I'm not sure what this is, Freddy or little barra. Another cracking fish, 69 centimetres. See you later, mate. These guys are from, one's from Port Hedland, one's from Busselton. And yeah, just said g'day. Love the video, so that's awesome. More people have come up here to actually fish. So well done, guys. Absolute legends. I just gave them a couple of pointers on where to go. Yeah, and what I got so far. So hopefully they can actually snag a few themselves. Sitting back, got another live bait out. The wind's picking up, but I'm about to call it quits. He's right up against the bank here. He's just cruising along the edge. Oh, he's hit it then. There we go. Ah, 61 centimetres. Nice little fish. Thanks for coming, buddy. I'll see you later on. The passion over the years of fishing's always been there for me. I've always loved the fishing. Since a young kid, always went out fishing off the jetties in Broome, Derby. So I've always been based in the Kimberleys and lived my whole life in the Kimberleys and absolutely loved it. So fishing has just always just come natural. From growing up for locals, we'll go, crabbing, fishing, hunting every single day, and just the experiences I've had has just been amazing. I met some amazing people on the way, and when I started my charters, it kind of it gave me the experience of being able to teach other people and enjoy my experiences, what I have of fishing, with them. So it was a good time doing the charters, but it was a lot of hard work. There's a lot of hidden hours where a lot of people think, you just go fishing for a living, but there's a lot more to it, prepping every single day. Just the cost alone, back then was, it was cheaper, but it was still very expensive. With your boats, maintenance, everything was, yeah. They were good days, but I'm glad I actually stopped doing the charters and now just sit back and enjoy it myself. So it's good to be able to show people the true Kimberleys as well. So it's actually really good to be able to show people around Australia something completely different, the East Kimberleys. It's, it's amazing. Like basically from Broome up to Wyndham, all the way along the coast was absolutely amazing. I worked on some other bigger boats as well, on a 76-foot cat. I had other boats from Singapore used to pick us up and hire me as a fishing guide, and we'll go spend a month, 2 months, 3 months travelling all the way along the Kimberley coast from Broome to Wyndham. The country and everything what I've seen and the experiences what I had there was breathtaking, really. But I look at it that way now, but when I was actually doing it, I reckon I probably took it for granted and didn't realise how lucky I was. And when I see photos of the Kimberley coast where people are going to, like Raft Point, Doubtful Bay, Secure Bay, through to Montgomery Reef, the Prince Regent, King George, Berkeley River, and I see those kind of photos and it just pops up memories for me and for what I experienced, and they go, geez, I miss that place where, we're always guided, so you're always taking people fishing out, and it was just non-stop, driving to the next destination, doing the fishing charters, always entertaining customers and everything as well. So you're always busy. We kind of took it a bit blasé, but I suppose when you get older, you get to appreciate what you've done over in life, and it was a very great experience and very enjoyable experience. And even my wife came on a few trips for working on other boats as well, and so we had a team on there, and it was really good, spending time with my wife, going up down the Kimberley coast. And then we did the Roller Shoals, Scott's Reef. So very fortunate and very lucky to be able to get in these positions to be able to do like such special trips where people pay a lot of money to go and see. So I'm very lucky in that way. Well, I don't know what else to say. It's very weird talking about yourself into a camera out in a boat by yourself, but yeah, that's who I am. As I said, my name is Dave. Everyone calls me Snagger. We're based in Wyndham. We love the East Kimberleys. The remote fishing, to me, is just the heart of the East Kimberleys, not Kununurra, and it is the last frontier. Like, the remoteness where you're not going to a boat ramp, lining up with 20, 50, 60 other people going in at the same time, and when you're actually out fishing, it's very rarely you actually see another boat. So where else can you do that? I know Broome, you can't do that. As I said, I've fished there many years doing charters. That's getting populated now, Derby. So there's not too many towns left where you can actually go out, and it's a huge system in Wyndham, the Cambridge Gulf, and then go and explore without, everybody running into each other or fishing on top of each other. So we're very lucky that way. Well, that's a bit of my life story, I suppose, so you can get to know me a little bit better. I'm only going to spend a half a day out here, that's come and gone that fast. It's crazy, but a pretty enjoyable day, live baiting. I did troll for a little bit, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to relax and just chill and talk to you guys and yeah, try and work out how do I say things about myself. It was very hard. I just want to thank every subscriber. I think I'm like 3,400 and something. It's been amazing. It's been a huge learning curve for me to be able to learn how to edit, even like talking into a camera. Like I've never done anything like this before. Like, it's funny, you know, I go back through my old videos now and I look at them and I cringe and, you know, but I had an old computer back then as well and it was slow, it was lagging and I had no idea what I was doing, but I think I'm getting better, slowly working on it in a way and yeah, it's, you know, I think it's improving. But I want to thank all the subscribers, 3,400 of you. You've been absolutely amazing. It's been a journey and hopefully I can just keep ticking along and we'll keep going forward, get into bigger and better stuff. All right, guys, gonna pack up. We're gonna get out of here. It's time to go home. And then we're gonna get ready for Easter. I'm really looking forward to go and see my grandkids and spend some time with my wife as well. Until the next one, I'll see you then.